Box Asylum listeners, we've got the last American heavyweight title holder, Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Shannon, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, brother. How you doing? How about yourself?
I'm very good, mate. It's nice and warm over here. Um, Obviously, when very, very briefly before we ask the main questions, I mean, you're back in the ring now. You've been active now over the last month. Three fights, 3 wins, 3 knockouts. You just keeping yourself active in the gym at present, and what are you planning for your next fight?
Well, I'm fighting in 4 weeks actually. June 28th. I'll be back in the ring. I'm looking to fight at Oklahoma. I'm not sure who the opponent is yet, but I'm just looking to stay busy. Hopefully, I'll have a fight sooner than that. I'll get something. I'll land something in the next 2 weeks. But my goal right now is just to stay busy, stay active, to fight once or twice a month for the next year or so, and then we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm looking. If I run into Vladimir Klitschko wherever it is, I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna keep letting him know that he's gonna have to put up or shut up.
One thing that we've noticed, obviously, Shannon, is the great condition that you're in. I mean, going back to just before you initially retired after the Vitaly Klitschko fight, you were 262 pounds. In your last fight, you weighed 248 pounds. You know, what are you doing differently in the gym just now to get in such a shape as that?
I'm finally just really focused on boxing. Whereas when I was young and I was a kid, all I did was really I would just take fights from time to time. If you look at my record, there's no real consistency. I would fight once or twice a year, but I'm back doing what I did when I first began my career in the beginning, in 1992, which is being active. I'm a rhythm fighter. I'm the type of guy that has to have my rhythm going. My time has to be impeccable, has to be in shape. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in the gym full time, 24 hours a day, no days off, and I'm just living it, eating, and sleeping, and training boxing right now. I'm 42 years old. I've been there, done that. So it's not like I got nothing to prove. I'm just having fun, to be honest with you guys. It's not that serious in a sense. Whereas it's killing me. This is my job now. It's not that it's not serious. It's just that this is it's a lifestyle. So I wake up every day and I work out to feel good, because after that Italian fight, I was really depressed, to be honest with you. I gained a lot of weight. I wound up going to 357 pounds, and things got really bad for me mentally and physically. So I made a decision to get myself together. I pulled up, I grabbed myself together and I pulled myself back up. So here I am now today. I'm in phenomenal shape, and I'm looking forward to becoming a heavyweight champion again for the third time, because I can do it. It's just that simple.
Shannon, as a lot of your listeners know, you're asthmatic. Did that play any part in your inactivity in the past?
Huge part of it. Huge part of it, because being asthmatic and not having it under control, it really hurt me. It was psychologically damaging to go into a ring and then not know if you're going to run out of gas. People would say, "Oh, I didn't train hard, this and the third." But accompanied with my lifestyle, I think, and being asthmatic, it didn't come into play. My diet and all that, everything changed. I'm 42. We're in 2014. Science is better. Technology is better. People know how to control diets better now with asthma and things like that. So I feel great, man. I feel phenomenal.
Shannon, you said yourself you're 42 years old, nothing else to prove, ex-heavyweight champion of the world, but you're looking to get the Vladimir Klitschko fight. How real a possibility is that fight? I mean, are you willing to work your way up the ranks to get that shot, or do you think you'll probably just need to try and talk yourself into the fight?
I think what I'm going to do is to stay busy and stay active. I'm as far as working myself into the fight, I think different than other people think when it comes to that, because of who I am. Of course, I'm Shannon Briggs. I feel like, look, I'm a two-time heavyweight title holder. You look at the state of the game. People don't even know who Vladimir Klitschko is, let alone the up-and-coming guys. So I feel as though it's just not about it's about a lot of things. It's about the people. It's about the people wanting to fight. It's about the people wanting to see two big men fight, and two big men they know. They don't know these guys. So to see Klitschko and he knock out a guy every month is nothing. They don't know them. They don't care. Okay, you want to get the people excited. You're gonna have to bring somebody like a Shannon Briggs to the table, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm back, because I realize that the boxing is dead. I mean, heavyweight boxing is completely dead. Boxing's hanging on to a hairstring by Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I apologize, because he's not on. By Floyd Mayweather. Excuse me, not at all. People don't even know who Vladimir Klitschko is. They want to know. They know about boxing because of Floyd Mayweather right now, and that's a shame. You know what I'm saying? The heavyweight division is supposed to be the biggest name in boxing, let alone in sports. So that's what I'm back to do. I'm back to show the people that, there's one man out here that has the balls, the nuts, whatever you want to call it, to step out here and knock this man out. Because when these guys fight him anyway, they get scared. They bring him to Germany, they get him all terrified, and the next thing you know what I'm saying? The guy gets knocked out. No, I'm not for that. This is the Shannon Briggs show. It goes totally different. And I would have beat his brother. I would have beat Vitaly Klitschko hadn't been for my arm. My arm popped in the first round. If it wasn't for that, I would have beat him. I think his best shots for 12 rounds. I know y'all like, man, what an interview this is.
No, mate. Listen, honest to God, listen, if you get anything you want to vent or get off your chest, just by all means fire away.
I'm telling you, baby, this is a real interview. I'm giving it to y'all real.
Shannon, the Americans have always been atop of the heavyweight division, but like we said, you were the last American heavyweight to hold a title. Why has there been a decline in America in the biggest division?
Because these big boys is punks. These big boys say they don't want to box. Like, for the most part, it's like over in America it's sweet. So it's like, damn, you know what? They can go play basketball, football, or something else. But who really wants to get punched in their face for a living? You know what I'm saying? You got to be crazy like Shannon Briggs or somebody who really want to do it, who enjoys it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal. You got guys who don't want to fight. So that's why you see the decline of heavyweight boxing.
What's your thoughts on Beyonce Wilder and how far do you think he could possibly go in the game? Is that a fight that you would be open to taking just now, Shannon?
I'll tell you, I fight him tonight. That's the easiest fight of my career. I knocked Deontay Wilder out in the first round. That'd be the easiest fight I ever had. That'd be the easiest fight I ever had in my whole career.
Good stuff.
Just talking about Wilder, I mean, what flaws did you see in his game? Do you think he still fights as an amateur? As by that I mean, as his defence, he seems to kind of come back in straight lines with an open guard.
He can't fight. He can't fight. He can't spell fight. He can't spell fight. He can't even spell fight.
So going back to Vladimir, Shannon, back in the 90s when the heavyweight division was excellent, if he was in his prime back then, do you think he's just another run-of-the-mill heavyweight?
Oh, Vladimir?
Vladimir, yeah.
Nah, Vladimir's a machine. He's a machine. All bullshit aside, he's a machine. He's a machine. But it takes a monster to beat him. It's not gonna take a regular human being. They can't. These boys today can't beat him. I'll be honest with you. In any division, any era, he would have stood out. This guy can punch. He's tall. He's in phenomenal shape. He's gotten better because he knows that his chin has been tested. So he's went out and got an insurance plan, which is train hard, come in phenomenal shape, and bring you to his hometown and beat the shit out of you. But he's fighting something different than me. He's fighting a man, if you want to call me that, for the conversation. He's fighting a monster that doesn't care about pain. I'm numb to this. I'm already been beaten, destroyed. I will never go down in the history books as a great champion. All I can do now is knock him out, and then at that point, my name will be solidified in history as the guy who knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, the Black Cinderella Man.
Alex.
Yes, Shannon, Bermane Stiverne obviously holds a version of the world title shot. What are your thoughts on sort of his position in the division? And, are you interested in a fight with him if the Vladimir fight doesn't materialize?
Not really, to be honest with you, bud, because that's an easy fight too. But honestly, like, I want Vladimir, man. These guys are just like, I've been there, done that with Sergey Lyakov. I mean, with a Sultan, and that didn't motivate me. I lost my belt to Bragabov, even though I fought him having pneumonia.
I was going to ask that question.
Yeah, with pneumonia. Come on, with pneumonia. The fight.
What was weird, Shannon, is you fell ill in March, and then you took the fight again 3 months later, weighing 273 pounds. I mean, looking back on that in hindsight, should you maybe have just postponed that fight for longer?
I was in full depression. My promotion and my management, pushed me into the fight. I wasn't ready for the fight. I had pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? So here I was fighting this man, and I went 12 rounds with the guy in terrible shape. He wound up fighting Vladimir Klitschko, making $5 million or more, and lose it and retire, never coming back. So it was just a dark moment in my life where I was like, man, I wasn't even motivated to fight him, let alone I had pneumonia. So yeah, it was all wrong. I mean, all wrong.
One fight, Shannon, that we'll unfortunately we'll have to bring up and probably remind you about was the fight against Vitaly Klitschko. You know what happened in that fight? I mean, you unable to get going? Did you feel sluggish? You know,
in the first round of the fight, I tore my left bicep and my left kidney popped. Facts. Look at the fight in the first round. I fought him for 12 rounds with one arm. I took a beat, and this is true. Let me ask you a question. What happened when he fought Chris Bird and he hurt his arm in what, the last round or a round before the last? All right.
He quit.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You answered the question.
I think you deserve a tremendous amount of credit for staying in that fight, Shannon. I don't
want the credit. I just want the money. I don't even want the credit. I just want the money. You know?
That's it, man. You want to get paid, eh?
Yeah, man. I didn't even get paid.
I was going to say, Shannon, what happened there? What happened with your purse and that? Because I remember the word going around that the money wasn't what it was.
Right. It wasn't nothing. Forget what it was. It was nothing. I didn't get paid. The fight was man, listen. Hold on one second, guys. I apologize. Guys. Listen, I didn't get paid at all. I'm on a conversation, guys, and I'm texting back and forth. Listen, I didn't get paid at all. I came into the deal as no management, no promotion. I was the promoter. I started a promotional company called Golden Empire. It was then changed to the name Empire. Long story short, it was bamboozled. I got Shelly Finkers hired to work in a company that I started, and they wind up, man, listen. I'm still waiting on my settlement, guys, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But with all that being said, I'm back. I'm not crying over spilled milk. It happened. You know what I'm saying? You live and you learn. It made me a stronger man. I'm looking forward to becoming a heavyweight champion for the third time. I'm back. I'm stronger than before. I'm faster than before. I'm more determined than I was before. You know what I'm saying? I'm more focused than I was before. I just had a baby girl. She's 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm celebrating her life, and I'm just trying to make it the best I can to leave them something behind. And my goal is to leave them with me as a champion, seeing their father in a great light where as he came back against adversity. With all the chips down, everything against me, I still came back to become champion again. And I don't give up. I'm 42 years old, guys. I'm 42 years old. This has not been easy. I've been out the ring for 3-4 years. Out of the ring. Boxing turned his back on me. Dan Raphael, everybody in the American press destroyed me. I was the worst thing and guys, when the book comes out, when the fact comes out, what happened, because the fact is, I started my own promotional company and fought my way back to the top and lost in a fight against Vitaly Klitschko with one arm. They get knocked out. They get knocked down. God started that company to get my own title shot. And guess what? I'm doing it again, guys. I'm going to be back. I'm Shannon Briggs. I'm hard to kill. I'm the black Steven Seagal. I'm hard to kill. I'm hard to fucking kill.
Shannon, in the Vitali fight, you had the British ref, Ian John Lewis, and he was heavily criticised afterwards for not stopping the fight. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, was he right to let it go?
Ian is a phenomenal man. The whole time during the fight, I was talking to Vitali and to Ian. I was talking to them during the fight. I just couldn't defend myself because I had one arm. The doctors told me in Germany, they said, we don't understand how you was able to take that much punishment with one arm. With one arm. Your arm is completely shot. Completely shot. And I came back. I mean, come on, guys. They're never going to give you my credit. And guess what? I don't want the credit. I want the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good.
Shannon, you mentioned Dan Raphael there. What? There was obviously some beef between you two a couple of years ago. Can you let the listeners know exactly what happened there?
I don't want to get into that either because one thing about you can't win against the pen. And Dan is a writer for ESPN. And they have him in high regards. All I'm gonna say is he wronged me. He said something to the fact that first of all he said that Vitaly should have killed me. Then he said something to that ESPN retracted. He said something to the effect whereas he wished I would have died. Okay. Then he said in relation to my case, he said that it was something about just as a writer or whatever he calls himself, he said that it was something. Whereas I was wrong. I was the wrong person. Whereas I did something. The truth of the matter is, guys, this was a team of businessmen who took what I created and made millions of dollars off of it. Okay, made millions of dollars off of what I created. Not just because that company was a sports and entertainment company, which is still in existence right now. That's done a major deal, a huge $1 billion music deal that Shannon Briggs created. So with that being said, that's how big this is. So when Dan Raphael went on publicly and said some things about how it was my fault or whatever, I was meaning something with the money and why they get paid, he had no idea. He didn't know anything about it. You feel me? So the truth of the matter is that what's happening right now is proven. I'm still being paid. I'm going to win my lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, man, the truth comes to the light. It hurt me. It hurt my family to be, it hurts me for the fans who turn against me, who don't know the truth, because they're only getting it from one way. They're getting it from one story, from him. But that's all good. It ain't about that. I'm not fighting Dan Raphael. He's not a boxer. He's a guy with a pen. All I'm saying is I was wrong, and the truth is it's gonna come to the light, bro.
Yeah. Just answer this quickly. I heard that you confronted him and he actually ran away. Is that true?
Excuse me?
I heard that you actually confronted Raphael at an event or something like that, and they ran away from you. Is this true?
Yeah, but it was not on animosity just like that. I just wanted to speak to him, but it's all good. Listen, he has bigger fish to fry. I know it's guys like James Toney. He said some really offensive things too, and other fighters. We fighters, man. We work really hard. I know he said some one time. Jamil McClown was fighting one time, and he called Jamil McClown pathetic, and I was like, wow. To call this man pathetic, wow, can he do what this man does? It just amazes me how things can be said so freely, and that's just how it is. But it's cool. I don't give a fuck either. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna say what we're gonna say, let's fucking say it.
Yeah. I remember he actually did similar with David Hay, and David Hay caught up with him in an event in America, and I think he did the same thing, and they found his running shoes and ran.
Yeah, man. But this is unfortunately. This is what the boxing. This is our ambassador. This is what ESPN is putting as our ambassador. So I guess we gotta. It is what it is. But I don't give a fuck. Personally,
Shannon.
Personally, it is what it is.
I think ESPN should get Shannon Briggs to cover boxing. I quite enjoyed listening to you when you were on Friday Night Fights.
Thank you, brother. We're gonna send in a petition. Bring Shannon Briggs back.
Anyway, back to the boxing, Shannon. What would you say your best performance of your career has been up to this date?
George Foreman was close to it. Ray Mercer, I was in prime shape for Ray Mercer. I really wanted to fight. I'm a weird guy in the sense whereas I really got to be motivated for a guy. I was motivated for Foreman. I think I was definitely motivated for Ray Mercer. I was motivated for Vitaly Klitschko under bad circumstances. I knew I was in business with some people that was taking me for a ride and things were going bad. But it's been spots, guys, here and there. I think the best is yet to come. I'm feeling great. I feel like the best is yet to come, man. I feel great, man. I'm 42, but I feel 22. Actually, I feel better than I felt at 22.
Shannon, we had a podcast maybe about a month or so ago, and we were speaking about our top 5 heavyweights of all time. Who would be in your top 5 heavyweights of all time?
From what I've read and what I've seen, Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes. Of course, George Foreman. It's hard, man. It's so many guys that I look at and I say, wow. Quite a few guys. I was watching yesterday. I was watching Trevor Berbick versus Tate. Big John Tate. That was a very good fight, bro. That was a good fight, guys. You guys need to check that out. Big John Tate versus Trevor Berbick. That was a good fight.
All right. Where would you fought Lennox Lewis back in 1998. At that time, would you say that Lennox Lewis?
And I'm sorry. And of course, Lennox. I mean, look how big he was. 6'5", 6'6", so strong. He did everything basic, but he got it done. Such a basic guy, but How could these guys have beaten him? The times he's lost, he wasn't on his point. He slept on the guys or whatever like that. McCall, Rockman the first time. But in his prime, on top of his game, who could have beaten Lennox Lewis? I mean, look how big he was. I couldn't believe it. When I grabbed him in a clinch, it was like grabbing a wall.
I'm a huge Lewis fan. I've got to admit, I shit my pants when you had him rocked that night, Shannon.
That being the case, Shannon, I mean, would you say that Lewis is probably the best fighter you've ever faced, or would it be Lance Foreman? Probably, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely Lennox Lewis by far. Better than Vitaly. Vitaly was a bum.
Who's the biggest puncher you've ever faced?
Man, I probably have to say George, but man, I don't know, man. That Sultan Ibragimov, woo! That little joker can hit. That little joker can hit. Man, that little joker can hit, man. Sultan Ibragimov, ask people about him. He's got some unbelievable punch of power. I know that sounds strange, guys, but I'm telling you, that little joker can hit.
Shannon, I also believe you've been doing a bit of travelling recently. I mean, I believe you're in Dubai, or you've been in Dubai a couple of times. I believe that they've been looking at getting some boxing events over in Dubai. How serious are they over there about getting boxing as a kind of main, promoted shows, etc.?
I'm sorry, I lost you on the connection one more time.
I'm just saying, you've been in Dubai recently, and I believe you've been doing some promotional things, etc. How serious are they over there about promoting their shows?
I think it's mixed. Soccer's really the big thing over there. Some people want it, but it's still small. It's going to take some time, and I think it will be there in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe. But right now, I think they're more concerned with soccer. But it's huge. I mean, it's big. Not as big as we wanted to be here in America or like it is in the UK. The birth of boxing right over in the UK, you know what I'm saying? But it's growing. It's going to take some time. But I've been traveling the world and, chasing Klitschko Vladimir around the world. As you can see, I don't know if you've seen, I hit him with his shoe. I threw a shirt in his face. I'm just going to keep chasing. I had a pie for him in his fight. I was going to hit him with a pie, but they stopped me. Security stopped me.
Shannon, you mentioned the likes of Jack Johnson and Muhammad Ali. Who was your, biggest idol when you were growing up? Who did you want to, aspire to be like?
Ali, of course. As a heavyweight, Ali, Ray Robinson, his punches and his speed, but more so Ali is what I had a lot to see.
Shannon, I mean, there's a big fight taking place in the UK tomorrow night. Are you going to be tuning in to on HBO to watch Froch against Groves?
Yeah, I'm having a fight party. I can't wait for this fight. I've been waiting for this fight since the last fight.
Did you see the first fight? Yeah.
Of course, it was a great fight. That's why I've been waiting for this fight since the last fight. So I'm having a big fight party for tomorrow.
What was your take on the stoppage?
Man, that was a bad stoppage, but it's going to be a war tomorrow night, man. It's going to be a war.
How big is the fight caught on in the United States, Shannon? Is it, is a lot of boxing fans talking about it?
They're going crazy for this fight. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than America than it is in the UK. This is huge over here. Everybody want to see this fight.
Who do you favour in that fight, Shannon? I'm picking Groves on points.
Man, I can't go against Frost, man. I'm going with a pick, man. I don't know. I can't go against Frost, though, because I think he's going to be pissed off. I heard they booed him at the weigh-in. I know he's going to be pissed about that. I don't know, man. I'm expecting a war, though.
Anybody else got anything they'd like to ask Shannon?
I'm sorry?
Shannon, at present, boxing is we've had some great fights actually over the last couple of years. You sound like a big, huge fight fan. Who do you like following in the sport at present? Who's your favourite fighters to watch at present?
Oh man, so many guys right now. That's like so many guys. Like Broner is good to watch as far as that fight with Madonna was phenomenal. I love Madonna. I'm a huge Madonna fan. Floyd brings the excitement. He brings the excitement. He brings the glitter and the glamour to the game. So it's very exciting. Everything's looking great except the heavyweight division. So that's why I came back.
Shannon, I mean, we really appreciate your time.
Hey,
guys,
my battery's going to die right. My battery's dying, guys. My battery's
just before we let you go, Just before we let you go, you just want to shout out your Twitter and your Facebook page, etc., just to let the fans know where they can speak to you about.
Yeah, man, check me out on Instagram, which is Shannon_Briggs, or follow me on Facebook, which is Shannon Briggs, man. I'm around here every day, acting silly, having fun with my family, training every day, no days off, just, having fun.
Anyway, thanks for your time, mate. We'll let you go at this time, but we really appreciate your time.
Good luck, Shannon.
Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
No problem, mate. Thanks for your time.
Shannon.
Great chatting to you, mate. Cheers.
Okay.